Welcome to RMU by Michelle. If you've been feeling stuck, disconnected, overwhelmed, or like life has drifted away from the version of yourself you know is possible, this space is for you. RMU stands for reinvention, confidence, growth, and becoming intentional again. This channel is about real resets, your mindset, your habits, your wellness, your image, and your standards. Not perfection, progress. Today we're talking about the full reset, how to begin again mentally, physically, and emotionally, one step at a time. And over the next few weeks, we'll also get into beauty, self care, confidence routines, and practical ways to elevate your everyday life. So if you're ready for a new chapter, subscribe, stay connected, and let's begin. Welcome back, everybody. This is again Michelle Renteria with the Beauty Concierge, presenting week two of the introduction to the Beauty Concierge. So this is episode two, and we're going to go into a little bit about what Remake Yourself is and how the Beauty Concierge connects with it. We're going to touch on a little bit about the book and about who I am and why we're doing this. Every week, we're bringing it a little closer to what we're doing and how we're doing it so that you understand this purpose. The reason why this information is very important to you is because I found it very necessary at one point in my life to reset. So as we go through this, you'll understand where we're at with that. So remake yourself, the full reset, today's journey. First off, motivation and mindset reset. The motivation part comes from when you finally have had enough of something and you've decided to make a decision and figure out how to change that. So the motivation and mindset reset. I recently heard a TED talk on motivation, and they went into extensive detail on how you don't need motivation. The reason being is because motivation is a driver, and all kinds of other information backs up what it takes to create motivation. It's almost like building up an energy and giving yourself a reason to do it. But if you cancel out the motivation and you move on to the mindset of it, you're going to understand that you don't need motivation. You just need to make the decision. So for RMU, the whole concept behind it is to find out how to make that decision and find it within yourself. It's a difficult concept because when you have to make a decision about something, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Scrolling through careers or trying to find out hobbies or just even discovering what your own passion is. You try to fall back and try to understand what that is. Well, let's clear that palette and let's begin. Number two, daily habits that rebuild momentum. That daily habit thing we talked about last week, it's really important. How you wake up every day and make your bed, or how you jump in that shower and look fresh for the day, or you make that fresh pot of coffee. You have your routines already. But what you can do is you can incorporate a few of those routines to be intentional about how you are going to rebuild your life. And if you need resources on that, look them up. By all means, I'm not here to provide every single resource for you, but some of the daily habits that changed me was listening to the people who motivated me most. I had to kind of vet them, go through and hear their spiel on what they wanted to motivate people on, and some worked for me, some didn't. I really liked the ones that were quirky and had some comedic, I would say some comedy in it, because it kind of threw off the mundane part of I need to figure stuff out. So, whatever works for you, I would suggest just start. Don't think about it. Go to YouTube, find motivational speakers, and you'll find who's talking to you. Number three, looking your best, feeling your best. When you wake up every day, if you are the type of person that has hair up in a messy bun and you can get the day going and you just look great, well, kudos to you. I'm so proud of you because that is a certain individual out there that is just comfortable in their skin. Well, other people aren't. So we have to find that routine that builds us up and makes us feel our best. When you feel your best, you actually exude that happiness. You actually smile more. You make eye contact with people because you want to see if they're noticing the effort you made. That's confidence. And you need to find that every day. At RMU, I can't express how much taking an acting class, John Casablancas, they were the best. They taught me a 7 month, it was probably about 7 months of meeting once a week and teaching me how to do intro, beginning to acting, commercials, voiceovers, and improvisations. And it was the most difficult thing I ever had to do because when we had to get on camera and we had to be there for our class, we had to be like I look right now. And sometimes I was busy and I 15 minutes till camera action and I'm in class and I had to learn how to put on my makeup, hair, and get in front of a camera within 15 minutes. So it's not difficult. And the products that are in my store, if you're looking for your blush and you're looking for your eyebrow pencils and you're looking for your contours, you're not going to find that because that is not something that you actually need. We will eventually incorporate some pro collections, but for now, let's build this quietly and let's build this confidently and know that with just the little bit of touch ups that you can get up daily and you can do whatever you want to do. You can. Number four, eating healthy for energy. What that means is when you eat a meal, burn it off. That is the best advice you're going to get from anybody about food. If you're going to eat food, prepare to use it. Food is energy. Food is not a reward. Food is not, how would I say, it's not a pleasure. It's not a time, a pastime that you would want to focus your life around. You eat to live, not live to eat. If I have to say that again, I might not say it right, but you know what I mean. Food is energy. Eat your meals, balance your meals, plan your meals, make your meals on Sunday. Meal prep, meal prep good portion sizes. Buy healthy snacks for in between. You know how to do this. You've done it probably over and over, and then you fall off and then you go out to your favorite sushi restaurant like we did today and you eat too much. But every once in a while, reward yourself and hey, throw caution to the wind and still live. But every day during the week, plan your meals, plan your calendar, plan your events, and you will exude confidence when you know that you're leading the way. And number five, product showcase teaser. What we want to do is show you the products, but we're not going to shove them down your throats. We're not going to make sure that everybody buys this exact moment. We are going to show you some products. We're going to ease you into them. I do daily, not daily, sorry, weekly get ready with me's, probably twice a month. So you'll see me putting on the natural daily uh, glow and go. And that is to show you that is the camera ready routine. So what you want to do is you want to definitely be aware of what you're doing every day. Number six, next week, makeup how to. We're going to bring out three products. We're going to put them on and we're going to show you the do's and don'ts. There's a lot of tutorials out there of how to put on makeup. If you get into putting it on and you just absolutely love it and you are starstruck by somebody that looks just intensely beautiful, go ahead, do it. You might find that makeup, it might be one of your passions. Maybe you want to pivot into a career on how to become a makeup artist or how you would like to become a camera personality. So both of those options are really good. We will discuss a lot of that because that's some of the things that I've done in my ever so jack of all trades path. I've wanted to be on camera, I've wanted to be in acting in films, I've wanted to be in commercials and voiceovers, but it's not as easy as it sounds. You have to really work at somebody else's schedule and you have to be on point with that. So consider those things when you really choose to pivot or change careers. Find out a day in the life of before you actually want to do it. We'll move on to the next slide. That is mindset reset. You're allowed to start over. Forgive yourself if you're not on the path that you think you should have been on by now. Or if you're just starting out in life, you're about to move out of your parents' house and you want to find your career, my best advice is find out what it is you want to do right now. Soul search, find out what you're good at. If you have to talk to people in those careers, interview people, find your passion. Because if you're not building your dream every single day, you're going to work for somebody and build theirs. Next one is your past is data, not destiny. You can rewrite that data. You can scratch it and you can always have it there and you can revisit it whenever you want. Sometimes it'll come back to haunt you. You gotta walk away and you gotta say, no, no, no. I know you're there. I know I did that. It's done. Don't live there. Revisit the good moments. Let the bad moments teach you how to move forward. I wish you all the luck, but don't drag yourself through that mess over and over, especially not daily. You have too much to do. You're remaking you. Next, small wins, rebuild identity. You got this. Figure out what it is that you want to do and who you want to be. Consistency beats intensity. So, doing it every single day, muscle memory, you've heard that before. You don't have to go all at it every day. You don't have to do it every single moment, but you have to stick on task and you have to get a reminder, a calendar, and you have to figure out how it is that you're going to get there. Next, we're going to move on to wake with intention, making your bed, hydrate early, 10-minute movement. Write top 3 priorities, protect your evening. These are very important habits. And the reason why I say these is because the moment I let one of these go, I lose a whole day. I'm not fighting algorithms, I'm fighting against time. Time is the most valuable thing. Don't let anybody waste it. Don't let a social media app waste it. Don't let other people's agendas waste it. Create your boundaries, create your own path. These are very important. And if you want tips on how to do any of this, go to, Google, whatever platform you use, Copilot. I'm going to name them all because I love them all right now. Gemini, Grok, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity. Go to them all. Find out daily habits and give it prompts. Tell it to give you the best daily habits of what you're wanting to do, whether it's weight loss, whether it's career pivoting, whether it's finding your passion and identifying yourself, whether it's learning how to move on from a past or a past relationship, whatever it is, find and connect. If it's people, talk to that person that you can trust. Just be mindful of their time and your own, and don't make them your counselor. There's professional services out there. Please don't do the same thing I did. I kind of went in loops until people had to tell me, I care about you, but you need some help. That's true. I'm vulnerable. That hurt. And I had to pick up the pieces and say, man, I love you, but dang, that was the realization I needed. Okay, so if somebody's going to tell it to you, it's going to be me. You can turn to people that you love. Just be mindful of what you give them. People can only retain about 3 minutes of what you told them. That's it. That's it. The data's there. The attention span is about 3 to 5 seconds right now. They're not going to remember. If you can get through this entire video, please comment that you watched it all the way through. I can't wait to see if I have at least one. That's reality. Now let's move on. Looking your best, dressed with intention, skincare consistency, clean environment, posture and presence, confidence is practice. Eye contact, making sure you are well groomed. We've talked about these things. Confidence, your dress with intention. If your body shape is kind of like out of whack, start wearing compression garments, get your shape back, and start looking up how to take care of yourself. If it's an exercise routine, just a little bit of movement every single day, and you can do that right in your bedroom or your living room. Find the ways to move. You'll be surprised that when you start dropping pounds because you're taking care of your health, you're preparing your foods every week, you're moving now, you're working with intention, you're making eye contact when you talk to people, you've got your daily reminders and your small incremental habits that you're changing and fixing. After a month of this, you're going to look back and go, who was that person? After 6 months of it, you'll stop looking back and you'll be like, if I can do this, what can I do next? Next, eating healthy. Okay, protein, protein, protein. You've heard it all before. And nobody believes it until you start building your food around your meals around it. Your body will change. When you get the fats out and you get the carbs over carbing yourself out, you know, simple carbs, uh, complex carbs, there's a whole regimen on how to do this. Look it up. Don't sit back and question. If you're still eating bad today, it's because of all the other slides we just went over. You're not focusing on the right things. You cannot be in other people's lives and business. You cannot focus on what other people are dealing with and still take care of yourself. You have to close that door. You have to plan your life in a silent era, and you have to fix what is needing to be fixed. So I encourage you, find what that is, get the help that you need, and prayerfully meditate and find your peace. Good luck with that, okay? Simple meal preps. Let's go over this again. Protein, fiber, focus. Water first, water all day long. I mean, even if it's the big, bulky Stanley, drink your water. It helps. It's changed my life substantially, my skin especially. Prep simple meals. Do that once a week. Try to find lean meats, some really high in vitamin vegetables. Green vegetables are the best, and add a little more protein to it, even if you have to do some legumes. But keep in mind that you are what you eat. Simple as that. Reduce mindless snacking. Popcorn. Costco has the biggest box of popcorn. It'll last you all year long. That's my go-to popcorn, and they also have almonds in probably 10 different ways, but try to stay off the chocolate almonds. Progress, not perfection. Like I said, once you start seeing the change, that's what will encourage you to keep going. Walk your dogs, go for walks, knock on your friend's door. Let's get out, move. Even if it's just in a park or even if it's just around a plaza, try to refrain from shopping and just do a little window shopping. And then take your phone. Something that people don't do nowadays is just sit and try to take pictures of your surroundings and try to go back and remember how those events made you feel. When you kind of look back on your progress, you're going to want to have that documented. You're going to want to have what changed you, what got you there, and what it was that helped you. Because you're going to want to help other people once you get through this. I promise. And product showcase, I promised you this. We are going to go over skincare essentials, what these products are and what they do. Do I have them backwards? I absolutely do. This is great. Because we've got our skincare essentials right over here. And we've got our beauty confidence and our beauty accessories, and the founders kit highlights and website walkthrough. See, this is why you shouldn't let AI create things for you. I might have studied it a little bit better, but hey, I'm not knocking it. I love my AI assistants. They are the world to me right now. Moving forward, these are going to be things we discuss more in the Beauty Concierge intro to the Beauty Concierge series. So keep an eye out for this. This is great. This is my very first video with share screen, and I'm loving this. Next one, Remaking Michelle. Before we leave, I have to read you a little excerpt from the book. And the reason why is because the book is a whirlwind of me. And this is who I am. And this is why I wrote this book. It's the most imperfect book that I could have ever put together that's so beautifully, at the end of the day, helpful to say things can be your own way. I'm sorry, this is 2026. If you want to build a book and it's going to make sense to the person who needs it to make sense to, you will find your audience. And I'm hoping that's you. If it's not, it's a great read. Give it to somebody who really needs direction and is from a lost soul that has found themselves and wants to help others. Please, that's Remaking Michelle. So let's get into chapter 4, Finding Love and Family. This is towards the very end of the chapter. It's resolve, responsibility, and the call to build. Loving yourself first is the key to living a fulfilling and happy life. When we prioritize our own well being and happiness, we are better able to show up for others and make meaningful connections. It also allows us to set healthy boundaries, make decisions that align with our values, and pursue our passions without fear or hesitation. Furthermore, when we love ourselves first, we are less likely to seek validation and approval from others. This frees us from the burden of constantly trying to please others and allows us to focus on our own growth and self improvement. It also enables us to be more compassionate and understanding towards ourselves, which in turn allows us to extend that same kindness to others. Loving yourself first is truly the key to unlocking a life filled with self acceptance, confidence, and inner peace. It's a snippet from my book that shares how we rebuild and from what point inside. So, next week, preview how to use makeup. How to use makeup. If I'm finding the person who never puts it on and all of a sudden starts putting it on because I show them how, to me, that would be my biggest moment that I made it. Not that I'm a famous star or that I'm a millionaire, but that Remake You helped you discover how you want to feel, which would be totally exciting. So please share that if that happens for you. Beginner friendly routine. Start simple, build confidence. Confidence looks that make you feel powerful. Easy everyday glam, quick and beautiful every day. So natural glow on the go. It's not just so that you're appealing to other people. It's so that you appeal to yourself and that you understand your purpose. And our last but not least, keep becoming who you're meant to be. That is my invitation to join me every week. Subscribe for weekly resets and visit www.thebeautyconcierge.online. And that's RMU by Michelle. If this video's helped you, if it's changed you in any way, and you are learning how to uh, make those little changes, maybe you're already doing it and you just stumbled upon my page and still want to share it with us, please do so. This is not starting from anything that I'm creating. This is meeting me on my journey. Again, I am creating and I am bringing you products that help you. And one day, hopefully, we connect on a more one on one basis and we're able to understand what it is that we once felt made us make that decision to remake ourselves.
Every life has chapters. Every chapter can begin again. If you're ready to grow, to heal, to become the woman you were meant to be, subscribe and continue the journey. Remake You by Michelle.